The most recent annual police crime report showed a slight rise in the number of gender-based violence cases in various parts of the country, particularly in the northern and western Uganda. In the latest case of domestic violence, residents of Nyakabingo 3 Ward, Bulembia Division, Kasese municipality are still struggling to take in what happened to one of their own, Hassan Ngobi Kadogo, who attacked his wife, Esther Mbabu, cutting off her hands. And eerie silence cuts the wind outside Kadogo's door, now closed due to a lack of activity. A day ago, residents were gripped with shock to find blood-stained gloves on the ground, inches away from where Esther Mbabu, Kadogo's wife, was lying in a pool of blood in a banana plantation. According to the Rwenzori East Regional Community Liaison Officer, Luke Mbusa, police constables responded to the scene and rushed Esther Mbabu to Mount St. Mary's Hospital in Kasese town for medical attention at 11 p.m., 2 hours after she was recovered.
He rushed very fast to the scene of crime, and indeed they found a handbag of a woman at Tenge, and when they extended somewhere, they found a woman unconscious who has been seriously cut by an unknown person.
Aida Ngene, the victim's neighbor, recounted that she had cries for help around 8 p.m., but initially thought Kadogo was disciplining her children, unaware of the horrific events unfolding nearby.
I was outside preparing supper when I heard someone crying. Initially, we thought a neighbor was chasing after their children. However, the yelling continued, and shortly after, we heard the sound of someone being hit. We assumed it was just someone being disciplined with a shoe, unaware of the severity of the situation.
Ngene adds that they only realized the dark reality in the neighborhood an hour after the incident, when she spotted the injured Esther Mbabu attempting to flee from her home. At Mount St. Mary's Hospital, we found relatives of both the suspect, Kadogo, and the victim, Mbabu, gathered anxiously outside the facility where they were looking for any updates on her condition. Dr. Richard Mubangizi of Mount St. Mary's Hospital reveals that Esther Mbabu was rushed to the facility in critical condition, suffering from severe injuries, including deep cuts on her head and traumatic amputation of both hands.
Yes, as of now, she has amputated arms up to the elbow.
Sandy Salveri, a local parish leader, says residents then mounted a search for Kadogo until following morning when they intercepted him attempting to flee the area with a blood-stained panga in his possession.
Kadogo had switched off his phone. Kadogo was nowhere to be seen, and yet the masses of people the whole night was at his place. But when we found him, he was running and holding a panga, having stains of blood, and he had kept the panga in a kavera.
Salveri added that the suspect's children accused their father of preparing the panga for the deed on Thursday morning. The children also allegedly reported that their parents had a history of domestic conflicts at home.
Kadogo has been always biased of his wife. He even sharpened the panga yesterday in the morning, according to his children. So this is a proper indication. And when we reached him to police, he was only pleading to be forgiven.
Annette Kobusinji, a prominent women's rights activist based in Kasese town, expressed concern to this report that Kasese district is grappling with alarming rates of violence against women, resulting in numerous family breakups in the region.
But Kasese seems to be the epicenter of physical assault because of recent we had a young woman in her early 30s was stabbed by the husband. Now we hear this one also.
Kobzinje emphasized the importance of seeking help before situations escalate, advising couples to consider counseling services from trusted friends, family, or professional counselors, thereby preventing conflicts that could lead to legal consequences.
That if there's a misunderstanding in a family, you need to sit in a family. If you cannot manage to sit, at least call a friend, consult other members of the family, consult a friend, consult other duty bearers, so that at least you sit on round table.
People should not take the law into their hands. and they should always consult the church leaders whenever they had issues.
Last year, another person identified as Hope Nizei was amputated by her husband after she demanded to ascertain his health status.